our series. This is Shan. You are watching Admission in Focus. And videos in our series help students to get information about study abroad, how to crack GRE, TOEFL, how to apply in various countries for MS and PhD, and also MS and PhD in India. And another important niche in our channel is to find job after your BS and MS in chemistry or biology. So in this video, we are going to present some secret tips you can follow to find your job after your BS or MS in chemistry or biology. If you follow our secret experience by our guest, you can confirm your job with 100% surety. And you probably have heard from your seniors that after doing MSc in chemistry or biology, you can opt opportunity in various institutes as a teaching assistant, as well as various pharmaceutical companies. But how to search that? How to get opportunity for that? How to apply? What's the timeline? And how to face the interview? These are actually secret tips. So if you don't know the informations, if you don't know the secret tips from the student who already have cracked something like that, then you can never achieve your dream. That's why in this video with us Shalini is here. Shalini has got an excellent opportunity to join as a teaching assistant or lectureship in a renowned institute in India. That's why she will share her experience today with us, that how to find job opportunity in India after MS in chemistry and biology. Keep watching until last. You can get some important tips by applying which you can also confirm your job dream. You can also confirm your job after your MS in chemistry and biology. Shalini, welcome to our channel, and can I request Shalini to introduce yourself?
Hello Shine, I hope you're doing well, and thank you so much for choosing me to talk about this important topic named as job opportunities. In this pandemic, you know how tough it is to crack a job and get through it, and to grab the opportunity and to work for a company or an institute. Now, yes, well, when you're asking me about my experiences, then right now I'm working in a school named as St. Thomas Day School in Kolkata, which is definitely a reputed one. And if you're asking me about my experiences, then I must say that yes, I have dropped my CV in various schools, various reputed schools of Kolkata, and that was definitely an off-campusing thought I have done. I have dropped my CV and fewer schools called me for interviews, and this was the one where I cracked and I got this opportunity. I have applied my CV in various schools of Kolkata, and from where there are few reputed ones who have just called me for the interview. There was a walk-in interview, and I had to go there. And according to my interview performances through my graduation and my master's result and my previous class 10 and 12 results, through evaluation they have selected me. Where not only my graduation, master's result were evaluated, but also they have seen my own, like how I speak, how strong is my general knowledge, how can I handle the profession that I'm going for.
Shalini, first I just want to know one thing, that what are the opportunities after MSc in chemistry or biology? Let's say we have got many questions that what can be the opportunity in teaching line, what can be the opportunities in research line, as well as what can be the opportunity in pharmaceutical line. And also you have shared with me that you have applied many other places other than this, other than the area where you need the experience from chemistry and biology. So what are that opportunities? Can you please explain to us so that we can know?
But then now if you say that, now apart from chemistry, apart from teaching, like there are people who are not going to take up teaching as their option. So for them, like the one who have done masters in chemistry, for them I can say research related jobs are there, like research scientist, chemist, pharmacist, research engineer, then quality control chemist, warehouse supervisor, lab technician, forensic scientist. Then they can also go for the industrial jobs like chemical industry, paint industry, food industry, technician, also we have nutritionist, pharmacist. Then these are some of the main, these are some of the very vital streams we can say. Like people do prefer all these jobs. Then also apart from these chemistry related jobs, I have also applied for other departments. Like I have uploaded my CV in Naukri.com, LinkedIn, and I have also uploaded my CV in Indeed. So from there I got various opportunities from marketing department as a sales coordinator, marketing executive, then HR recruiter, HR related jobs I have went through. Then there was due to having good communication skills, I was selected for a back office executive, front office executive. One needs to have a good communication skill.
Yeah, Shalini, so the next question I just want to know that what are the way to search them? What are the different websites you were explaining to me you used for your search procedure for your various jobs? So what are the different websites I have to open my account to get the job alerts? Can you please explain?
Well, now as you are asking me about the criteria, Shayan, how to get through the job, how to crack the interview, how to get job opportunities, then I must say that definitely marks is not the only criteria one needs to crack a job or to crack the interview. So if someone have thought that no, I will score something good and that means I'm getting a job, no, it's not that easy. So but still there is a marking criteria, a percentage criteria over there. Through my experiences, I am saying that is for masters they prefer students who score more than 60%, and in BSc or from bachelors they need to score more than 55%. So this is the marking percentage criteria I can say. Apart from this, my experience also says that apart from your scores percentage, they will also evaluate your personality, your body language, and the capability of how strong you are in facing the interview questions, because there are many questions in the interview which will not be known to you. So how smart you are in facing those questions, all right? And they will also see how good you are in English, how fluent you are in speaking English. Definitely English is not a mother language, but it's a bitter truth that you need to know, or one needs to know good English. Then they will also see communication skills, and for the job designation that you're going, how efficient you are. Okay, they will have some general knowledge questions. Then like I'll give an example, like for the jobs like marketing executive, sales coordinator, then back office, front office executive, one needs to have a good amount of communication skills. They need to be verbally strong and smart and confident, and they need to have that convincing type of attitude through how through the way they talk, the way they speak, people will be convinced. So that is one of the example. So that is one of the criteria. Apart from percentage, they will also see these qualities.
And Shalini, as you explained me that you have an awesome interview experience, can you please share with our viewers that what are the interview experience of your, means what they ask in the interview? What can I expect if I go for an interview round in any job opportunity like what you mentioned? What I can expect and what they expect from me? What type of answer should I give? Can you give some real example what you faced in time of your interview?
What are the questions that the interviewer asks? So it's a very important question. So the common question that they will ask is, tell me about yourself. You have to brief about yourself with all the positive things that you have within yourself. You're not going to speak anything negative about yourself. Even if you know it, you're going to hide that part. You're not going to reveal it, because the interview does not know you. The interview really wants to see something positive about you and about yourself in the sense you have to brief your current position, your current designation. If you are a student, you will mention that. If you're a fresher, you will mention that. If you're an experienced person of 1 or 2 years or more, you have to say that. What was your previous designation, your position in your past company where you have worked with. So all these things needs to be very clear. Then the second question, and also there is something I'm forgetting, that is, in tell me about yourself, You have to include something about your family, something about a very short note. You have to brief about yourself. Who are you? And about all your hobbies, what you love, about your qualification, last qualification, what percentage did you score, and what is your parents' profession, whether you're a single daughter or whether you have siblings, something like that, a brief of just 1 minute or something like that. You have to brief about yourself. Then they will ask you about your weaknesses, which is a very important question. Now you know you have various weaknesses that is going to give a negative impact on you. So you're not supposed to say something which will give a wrong impression about you to the interviewer. You have to impress the interviewer with something good. Even the weakness, you have to mention something positive about yourself. Like when they asked me about my weakness, I was unprepared. So I told them that my weakness is that I tend to believe people, trust people at workplace very easily. So definitely if you trust someone very easily, that is going to hamper you somehow. You cannot trust everyone at your workplace. You need to be wise when you're working. So that is one of the weaknesses I found in me, which is definitely not too bad, which is, I find that it is not so bad, I think. And then they also asked me about my strength. So while I was speaking about my strength, like I included that I have that fast learning capability. I can adapt well with the office culture. I am a hardworking person, and I tend to love new things, so to do new works, and I have the ability to team leadership, which we call, like I can be able to I have that ability, the potential to handle the work culture, the team. I can handle a team because I think I can do it because I have good communication skills through which I can interpret well, and there will be lack of miscommunication, and because that is also one of the important part of team handling, team management. So all these things were included. Then they will ask why you think we should hire you. You need to convince them with something very positive about yourself, that sir or ma'am, I am adaptable. I have the ability to adapt in a new workplace. I'm hardworking. I do not worry about the workload, but I believe in hard work. I'm efficient in doing that, and I am a committed person. If I'm committing something, I try to prove myself.
And Shalini, I just want to know lastly that you have got many opportunities, 7 to 8 job opportunities after your MSc in chemistry. So how did you crack that? All the opportunities, this much opportunities you get, how did you crack that? What's the secret? Can you please share with us? What's the secret of that getting opportunity in this much? And why you choose this particular job? Why not others? Can you give a comparison of what type of job should I choose? Yeah, should I choose after MSc in chemistry? Yeah, can you please explain?
So yes, I got some calls from different companies for interviews, where some I have went for the interview, some I felt like not even give it a try, and there are some specific genuine reasons why people get the job, but they don't feel like trying it. So I'll go to that later on. But now I am going to mention about the companies, some companies that I got a call, that is Escaps Private Limited in Kolkata, Himadri Specialty Chemicals Limited, Global Adsorbents Private Limited, and then few schools I have got, which I don't want to mention it right now, and finally I am in St. Thomas Day School right now, working there from past 3 months. For having a good interview, this is just because this is a question. There are so many sides, so many things you will be having, but personal experience says that to have a peaceful and a calm, cool interview, one should reach the interview place beforehand. Before the interview timing, one should reach there and should be prepared beforehand. Overnight, they should prepare. They should have a good sleep last night before the interview date. and they should get ready with all the documents required, including their Aadhaar card, then graduation certificate, master certificate, class 11 and 12 results, all the other results they asks for, the passport size photo or whatever they ask for. The documents need to be all ready before you go to the interview. The dress needs to be very well ironed. You need to be presentable because they are going to see your body language. They are going to see how you enter. From top to toe, they will judge you. It's not just your marks. Let me say that again. So that's all I can say about having a successful interview. All the best, and wish you all good luck. I hope, because this pandemic, getting a job is really tough. Because when I passed my masters, I was worried about it. Even right now also I am worried about my further future. What will happen to me? Because I also have some other job plans. But then I know if someone is efficient, someone is skillful, will definitely get through it. So all good luck, and thank you, Shayan, for this amazing time, for choosing me to talk over this important topic.
Yeah, Shalini, thank you very much for sharing with us the information. This information is actually very much helpful for the students who are aspiring for job after their BS or MS in chemistry. And Shalini, thank you very much for sharing with us the informations. And we have got many questions about how to search job, how to get job after MSc and BSc chemistry and biology. So this video can really be helpful. And we have many other videos by Shobik Naskar, that how to get content. He has got content developer job opportunity in Byju after doing chemistry MSc. And also we have other videos on job opportunity from lectureships in other educational institutes. Please check that with this video, that are also very important. And I just want to finish by again thanking Shalini. Thank you very much, Shalini, for sharing your strategy, your secret tips with us. And this is Shayan. Bye bye. I just want to signing out. Signing out. Bye bye. This is Shayan. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.